Welcome students, this is the continuation of Unit 6. Today we are going to learn about nuclear fusion. In the previous class we have learnt about nuclear fission. What is nuclear fission? The process of breaking up of a heavier nucleus into two smaller nuclei with the release of large amount of energy and a few neutrons. What is nuclear fusion? The process in which two lighter nuclei combine to form a heavier nucleus is termed as nuclear fusion. You have learnt that energy can be produced when a heavy nucleus is split up into two smaller nuclei. Similarly, energy can be produced when two lighter nuclei combine to form a heavier nucleus. So, this phenomenon is known as nuclear fusion. So, what is nuclear fusion? The process in which two lighter nuclei combine to form a heavier nucleus is known as nuclear fusion. Example, here 1H2 represents an isotope of hydrogen known as deuterium. So, the average energy released in each fusion reaction is about 3.84 into 10 to the power of minus 12 joule. So, here two lighter nuclei, that is two isotope of hydrogen combine to form a heavier nucleus, that is helium. So 1H2 is deuterium, it is an isotope of hydrogen. So here two deuterium atoms combine to form heavier nucleus, that is helium. So in this nuclear fusion reaction 3.84 into 10 to the power of minus 12 joule energy is released. So see this picture. So 1H2, so it has one proton and one neutron. So two lighter nuclei combine to form heavier nucleus plus large amount of energy. So next, mass defect. The mass of the daughter nucleus formed during a nuclear fission and fusion reaction is lesser than the sum of the masses of two parent nuclei. So this difference in mass is called as mass defect. So the mass of the daughter nucleus formed during a nuclear reaction is lesser than the sum of the masses of the two parent nuclei. So in this reaction, so these two are parent nucleus and this is daughter nuclei. So here this difference in mass is called mass defect. This mass is converted into energy according to the mass energy equivalence. This concept of mass energy equivalence was proposed by Einstein in 1905. So it stated that mass can be converted into energy and vice versa. So the relation between mass and energy proposed by Einstein is E is equal to mc square, where c is the velocity of light in vacuum and it is equal to 3 into 10 to the power of 8 meter per second. So this is mass energy equivalence. So according to this theory, mass can be converted into energy. So next, conditions necessary for nuclear fusion. Earth's atmosphere contains a small trace of hydrogen. If nuclear fusion is a spontaneous process at normal temperature and pressure, then a number of fusion processes would happen in the atmosphere which may lead to explosions, but we do not encounter any such explosions. Can you explain why? Because the answer is that nuclear fusion can take place only under certain conditions. Nuclear fusion is possible only at an extremely high temperature of the order of 10 power 7 to 10 power 9 Kelvin and a high pressure to push the hydrogen nuclei closer to fuse with each other. So it is named as thermonuclear reaction. So under this condition only nuclear fusion reaction take place. The next, so nuclear fusion is a combination of two lighter nuclei. The charge of both nuclei is positive. According to electrostatic theory, when they come closer, they tend to repel each other. So this repulsive force will be overcome by the kinetic energy of the nuclei at higher temperature of the order of 10 power 7 to 10 power 9 Kelvin. So under this condition, two lighter nuclei combine to form heavier nucleus. So thus nuclear fusion reaction take place. So next, stellar energy. The stars like our sun emit a large amount of energy in the form of light and heat. This energy is termed as the stellar energy. All stars contain a large amount of hydrogen. So the surface temperature of the stars is very high, which is sufficient to induce fusion of the hydrogen nuclei. So fusion reactions that takes place in the cores of the sun and other stars results in an enormous amount of energy, which is called as stellar energy. All stars contain a large amount of hydrogen. So surface temperature of the stars is very high, which is sufficient to induce fusion of the hydrogen nuclei. So fusion reaction takes place in the cores of the sun and other stars, results in an enormous amount of energy, which is called as stellar energy. Thus nuclear fusion or thermonuclear reaction is the source of light and heat energy in the sun and other stars. The nuclear bomb that was dropped in Hiroshima during World War II was called as Little Boy. It was a gun type bomb which used a uranium core. The bomb which was subsequently dropped over Nagasaki was called as Fat Man. So it was an explosion type bomb which used a plutonium core. So this nuclear bomb is based on the principle of nuclear fusion. Students, hope you all understood about nuclear fusion, conditions necessary for nuclear fusion. Thank you.